Part of Sir J.C. Bose's experiments in the early 1900s showed that plants could respond to music. They grew faster in pleasant music, but slowed down when exposed to noise or harsh sounds. His work was continued by Dr. T.C.N. Singh of Annamalai Music College in Madras, who was able to measure 25% to 60% increases in his crop yields by playing traditional Indian instruments. American botanists also tried similar experiments using Western classical music. By this time, farmers and gardeners enthusiastically played music to their plants. This practice was popularized even more when two books were published in 1973. The Sound of Music and Plants described an organist's experiments of playing soothing music to one group of plants and strident music to another. The former group grew large and healthy, the plants curving towards the radio, whereas the latter group remained relatively stunted in growth. The other book, entitled The Secret Life of Plants, written by Peter Tompkins and Christopher Bird, was a fascinating account of the work of Cleve Baxter, who believed that the polygraph he attached to plants could measure the intensity of their emotional reactions to human actions and even humans' thoughts and intentions. To this day, the study of plant behavior and plant intelligence still continues in earnest. The International Laboratory of Plant Neurobiology, or LINVI, is a laboratory dedicated to plant intelligence. Located just outside Florence, Italy, the research lab combines physiology, ecology, and molecular biology. They use the term plant neurobiology to underscore the idea that plants have biochemistry, cell biology, and electrophysiology similar to animal nervous systems. The lead researcher of LINVI is Dr. Stefano Mancuso, a professor of agriculture at the University of Florence. He believes that plants are intelligent in their own way, and that we do not have to assume that intelligence comes in only certain forms. Plants are smart, he says, in how they grow, adapt, and thrive. Plus, they can do things without neurons. Using modern technology and careful measurements to describe plant signaling and response systems, LINVI and many international botanists study plant immunology and even inter-plant communication through the release of special chemicals. They measure the effect of different energy waves, such as sound and light waves. A 2001 Chinese research study analyzed the effects of strong sound waves on plant cells. Using a sound field system, they found that low-frequency sound does not damage cell structure, but instead activates certain enzymes, increases cell membrane fluidity, and stimulates DNA replication and the cell cycle. This may indicate that plants respond to different types or frequencies of energy, not just sunlight. Supreme Master Ching Hai has noted on multiple occasions the vital quality of plants and their ability to communicate and respond. In one lecture she said,
"When I was in America, there was a little plant like this, about that big. They told me it has been there for 5 years. I can't believe it. 5 years, it's that big. And yellow here and brown there and so small, stem very small like this, stem of the flower. And then I just said, oh, 5 years must be a very funny plant. They don't grow. So I just water it. Sometimes I drink tea and he got half. And he grow and grow and grow, my God. And he becomes so big, and the stem was so big like that, and it grew so big, and I had to sleep outside in the next room because he grew the whole room already. And it was about that, like that, in a small pot like that, and yellow, half brown. And he grows so much, and then I have to cut some of them and put in another pot where I found outside. And then another one grow again, and I had to sleep in another room again because 2 rooms are occupied. And then later I had to cut it more, and then I don't have no more pot, I moved these already grow outside, put it in front of the temple. Everybody pass by, they just take it home. I have no more room for it. I have to sleep sitting. I was sitting to sleep, actually. I was sitting to sleep because I meditate all night at that time. So actually, we're growing together, and I meditate and he grows, and, I just from tea and water, and that's it. And the abbot of the temple asked me, what kind of fertilizer did you buy? I said, what do you mean, what kind of fertilizer? So he knew. And even later when he talked about it, he talked to his disciples, and his disciples come tell me about it. They say, when the master talk about you, he say, you are too much love and all the plant grows so fat, so big. Yeah, when you have love, things grow too.
The world of plants is clearly fascinating, with much remaining to be discovered. In today's program, we've been reminded of the amazing facts that plants are constantly in motion and that they respond to sound and light, and more importantly, to love. Thank you, beautiful plants, for being our gracious co-inhabitants on this magnificent planet, generously bestowed upon us by the Creator. And thank you, kind-hearted viewers, for joining us on Science and Spirituality. Now, please stay tuned for words of wisdom right after noteworthy news here on Supreme Master Television. We wish you and your family a safe and blessed week.